Holly, did you say? This case here, well, great, very good. Well, good morning. Good morning. I hope everyone can hear me.
Yes, sir.
Jack, Paul, great. Mayor.
Yep.
And
Good
Hello,
morning,
Doug.
Paul.
Good morning.
good morning. Great, great. Well, just a quick update here. Jason will not be attending the meeting. He has other city meeting he has to attend to. And Doug, at this point, Doug had told me, Doug has got some back issues here, so he thought he might be online. I'm not sure, Doug, are you going to be able to present it, or do you want me to do your presentation?
I can talk away. Now that don't mean the back's not hurting, but I can talk as good as anybody. So
Okay, great.
I just
great.
can't. Hey, I just can't sit in this chair for like all day right now. So
Well, it'll probably be a little shorter meeting, so you'll be first on, so I understand it. Great.
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for thinking of me.
In this case, here in terms of Danielle, we'll have a quorum here. We need 4. We have to wait for Danielle before she arrives so that we can approve the minutes. But otherwise, we'll go back to approval of minutes after Danielle shows up. First of all, let's go right into the marketing update. Doug.
Okay. Main thing I'm working on this month, which again I've been working on, and I continue to work on stuff like this, is getting media people up there to see everything. Because again, I'm hearing just great things that I don't have anything to do with, I guess, but they're all talking amongst themselves, and everybody has heard about Sky Valley and wants to come. So I've got some other people during the year that are very excited about it. But right now, I have a couple of couples. Let's go back to Joey and his wife, Lisa, for the real estate. We had first discussed about having them here this week, but was just a little nervous of the weather, and I didn't want to bring them up here because it's going to be like a 7-hour drive from Mobile. So I told them, let's wait till March. So we're working on that week of the 24th to bring them up there. We'd like to get them where they could be here at the meeting on the 27th. I guess we're going to be doing it again. And have everything done. So we're in the process of working on the details of what we can do for promoting Sky Valley down there, and then the coast, whatever you want to call that anymore, Panhandle or coast of America, on the Gulf of America. I don't know. Anyway, so we got some exciting things that we want to do. So I reached out to him this week. He said he's going to get back to me. I have not heard back from him. So what we'd like to do is a couple of things. I am, as I've mentioned to you last time, that I am in touch with the new owners of the Dillard House, and I am approaching them as to help us and then Rayburn County, because they're doing a lot of things. So I think we're going to be able to help them. I've already done a couple of things on the Dillard House to show her that we would love to partner with them in anything that we can do in terms of marketing. So she is all in favor of having them come as well and experience the Dillard House. I haven't worked out the details yet, but it's certainly, you know, where the Dillard House is. So I think it would be good. Certainly we can do that in the real estate marketing that we want to push this year. And so I'm excited about that. She's excited. She wants to meet me as soon as possible. And so I'll know more about that, and I'll just convey through Gordon and tell y'all what we need. But I think that's going to be exciting. I'm sure they're going to probably want to see the potential homes that are being built, the other homes that are for sale, not all of them, other lots that are for sale. Certainly the area. Lisa's never been here. Joey's never been. much. I did take the boys down when we left y'all, and we did have breakfast there at the Dillard House. So I'd like for them to understand Rayburn, because again, I'm trying to piggyback with Rayburn to help them so they can help us more partners. It just works out better. People want to scratch each other's back. So I'm excited about where we're going with this type media people in terms of what we're going to be able to do. I don't know the details. Second half of this equation is America's golfing couple, who Alice and Danny Scott, who were there a few years ago, are one of the top media people in the country in terms of being a couple. I had them up there a few years ago. I think it was even before COVID. So it's been a while, and certainly things change, message change. They do quite a bit of stuff all over the world. Very nice couple. Like I said, y'all met them. Some of y'all met them, not everybody, but great couple. I met them there at the PGA show. As y'all know, that's what I do when I go down there, is just meet with media people to tell them about what we're doing and how we can get more media people here in Georgia. And so again, everybody's heard about Sky Valley and wants to come. So I told them, let me know. Again, I can't tell people what to do. They try to, work it around their schedule because they're on the move. Anyway, they called me and said, hey, we're going to be in a convention type thing, conference, end of March up in Peachtree Corners. And can we work out? I mean, they're both retired. They can do pretty much whatever they want to. So, the last week of March. So I said, sure, we're trying to work it out for them to see a few other places while they're here. Again, I want them to see the Dillard House. They have not been to the Dillard House, don't know anything about it. The Dillard House restaurant, I've been told now, is not going to be ready probably till into April, 1st of May. But we're not going to wait around for them. We're going to go ahead and get people there to see it, and again, package the whole deal so they can see y'all. And they've got quite a few other partners that they work with in order to get the story out. So don't know the details. I'm trying to work it all out, but I am truly excited to get these type people to come up there that have a lot of potential in what we're doing. And I think I've told y'all quite a few times, this is the best way to market. When we can get people to this wonderful location, community, and let them see it, touch it, feel it, everything, experience it, and then they go home, then this is a home run. So they are a little higher in terms of what they do. And so I weigh it out, as I told you. I don't bring just anybody up there. And so they are very good at what they do. And so I do have to pay them a little bit of money. They're always very gracious in what we talk about. And so we're gonna try to work something out with them, but I don't mind doing it because it's really beneficial to Sky Valley. Anyway, so that's what I've been working on, again, and still working on. Hopefully I'll know something, ASAP about the dates, and Gordon, I'll get that all through to you and we can come up with a game plan. They will not be a part of the meeting on the 27th. Hope to get them in and out first part of the week. But we'll just wait and see, and go from there. So everything could change. You never know. He's working with other people. But again, here you have, and I would love every media person to come up there to bring his wife or her husband, however you want to say it, because it is much better. The ladies bring a different aspect of what they want to promote, how they want to get it marketed, and see a lot of different things that a guy sometimes doesn't see. So It's very, very exciting to have both these people come up. Very excited about the real estate side and what we're going to do there. And this is going to be my theme all year long in terms of talking to everybody and making sure that we're going to put real estate on top of the map for Sky Valley. And here you go, come up to North Georgia, and here's the highest and coolest and great community area and all these things to say and do. Why don't you come up here and buy a house, build a house? You know, it's fantastic. Anyway, you know the story. So that's what I'm working on. I've got some other ones in the can that just kind of working on the dates for them to come. So again, I have told everybody that I met with, and I met with quite a few media people, and I told them to let me know the whole year, not just, you know, it just happens that this is coming up right now, but the whole year, what can they, you know, when can they come to Georgia? Because most, and I say most, you know, 95% of them do not ask for any kind of money. So they just want to be, you know, taken care of when they get there. They'll do their own expenses, things like that for, you know, getting to the place. So I appreciate that. I always ask them to tell me up front what they can do for us after they leave. So we will have that in a report and go from there. So certainly doing the same stuff I was doing, you know, in terms of sponsorship with Golf One Media. And we got a great story coming up on Sky Valley, probably mid-spring. We're going to do our annual Masters promotion. We're going to be doing it in a different way because of just what the tournament brings to Georgia from all over the world. So we never want to miss this opportunity. So we want people to know about Georgia. And so we want them to, most people, you know, 99% of the world cannot come to see, you know, Augusta, but we want them to, you know about it, what else there is to do in the state while they're here, you know, seeing the Masters. You can do this, you can do that. So we've been doing that the last few years. We're going to expand that to more social media and some more radio stuff that we're going to be doing. So we're working on that as we speak. I'm excited. I will, depending on whenever, I say certainly, I should never say, you know, based on the way the body's feeling these days, but I will be up there for the marketing meeting, and I will definitely want to be up there to help them see other places. There in Rayburn, I'm talking about mainly Joey and Lisa from Southern Fairways there in Mobile, not to get them, you know, the Alice and Danny, again, have been there, and they have different, where they broadcast their story about where they're going, and people follow them like crazy because this America's Golfing couple is just really hit on. Everybody knows them. You can ask most golf media people, you know these people. Certainly I know them. Anyway, so I will probably be up there maybe a couple of days that week to help make sure that they do everything. And then hopefully that, hello. That must be the mayor. I bet that's the mayor.
No.
Anyway, we just want to, you know, do a lot of stuff with that. So things are good, excited about where we are. Again, it's end of February. So, but we're working hard to, you know, get things ready for spring, and launch stuff. And then we got some things in the back of my head that I'm going to do again for hot summertime and come up to cool mountains. And so we're working with that. And again, still trying to get more media partners. So I'm excited about that. And that's about it for me. Sorry, I'm not there. Trust me, as I've told you, I love coming. So if I'm not there, there's something wrong. So thank y'all.
Gordon, may I pose a question?
Yes,
May I pose a question to Doug?
Anytime, Jack.
Do you perchance know the last name of Joey and Lisa?
Yes, sir. Johnson, very easy.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, if you can go to southernfairwaysgolf.com, southernfairwaysgolf.com, you'll see more about
Sure, I will.
Joey.
Thank you.
Great people. He's got a very big following down in that part. He's growing the western southeast region. Okay, so we met a few years ago and became media partners. So they do a lot of stuff for the trail. And if I need something done, he's got a very big following on social media and different things. And so this is where we came up with this. Since Lisa is in real estate, how do we get them to run around, tell everybody about Sky Valley and what great things there are in North Georgia, and then try to do the reverse thing and tell people up in that area how great, things are on the Panhandle if they'd like to go and buy a second house or whatever. So that's where we're at. If you have any questions, Jack, let me know.
No, yeah, that's good. Thank you. And I hope I wish you speedy recovery on your back.
Thank you very much. It's just, I'm not going to go into more detail. It was the other night, but my back just locked up. I mean, locked up where you could not move. You could not bend, and I was sitting on the couch and I couldn't get up. And anyway, Doug doesn't get very upset very often, but I didn't know what to do. There was just nothing to do. So, I'd already gone to the doctor, and we're going to do a epidural in the morning. So we're working on it. I don't know if it's all because I had surgery on it 3.5 years ago, and then I had the knee replaced. So I'm sure that's causing some problems, but thank you, Jack. I appreciate it. Trust me, I love you guys. I wish I was up there.
Doug, going into the, what should be different, or in terms of their visits with Joey and the itinerary, we still want to play golf, we still need to get the housing. Tell us any differences, same.
Yeah, this is more about, certainly we want to show, because Lisa's got a whole nother voice. Okay. Lisa's not just a wife coming to look pretty. This was all about her knowing, and I've met her, very nice lady. And so this is where I came up with the idea based on where they live and what they do. So this is going to be a lot about Lisa, showing her around, and doing anything. So anything we can do to promote how great, the community, the city, what all there is to do there, how great everything, one-stop shop right there. And you got smaller towns, you got a bigger town right down the street in Franklin, or that type stuff. So so right now, Gordon, the same as, I just don't know the exact times. So I will, as soon as I know something, I'll let you know. But I think what we can do is going to be really beneficial to what we're trying to do, and that's to bring people not just to play golf, but to know the community, come up there and live, and so the mayor will be happy. Hey, Miss Mayor, Madam Mayor, excuse me, I don't forget about you.
Thank you, Doug.
I remember you told me a couple of years ago, hey, Doug, we got to sell things. We got to get people up here to buy these lots. Okay, I didn't forget you. So.
All right, I'm holding you to it, Doug.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be glad. Even if I have to run up here and buy a house myself,
come on.
I'll be glad. Trust me, it wouldn't take much. And I think I've told you too, which I'm sure you don't remember. Joey is sold. He would I'd move up there in a heartbeat. So he was so infatuated with the whole area and whatever. So anyway, it's good to bring people back. Certainly with new subject matter and new things like that. So I'm excited, and I very am excited about having ladies come be a part of the media stuff that we do. So it's very beneficial.
Well, as soon as you get the date, because there's a lot, as you know, plan, so.
I
we'll
know,
get-
I know, trust me, I know, but right now, that's the week, and we'll probably do it well, I say before, I don't know, it could come down to that weekend. I don't know, and so trying to get a bunch of things done, and then I really didn't plan on having 2 people come at one time, but I can't miss Danny and Alice, since they're gonna be so close to you guys in terms of not coming up. And when I mentioned it to them, I said, would you like to go? And they just, yes, we would love to go and help them and do all kind of stuff. So there you go. I'll shut up
Okay, Beck, any other questions for Doug?
as the
Thank you,
mayor
Doug.
laughs. I heard you, Mayor.
Okay, let's
Sitting
go
back in her
back.
easy chair.
That's right.
That's right. You deserve it.
Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna go back. We now have a quorum, so I guess we have to look at approval of the January 30th meeting minutes. Everyone looked at it. Do I hear a motion to approve the meeting minutes?
Move the approval, Mr. Chair.
Okay, do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion approved. Thank you. Okay, let's go back into the second item here is a visitor fact sheet. Sharon Van Camp. I was gonna ask Sharon, she sent it out. Is it ready for distribution?
It is, we put them in all the new homeowners, folders, share the POA and all of the information about the city. And then I've given a stack to Ryan for the country club and Daniela for the timeshare. So if people visit, they're welcome to pick those up and maybe, that would inspire people to want to have a second home or just a first home here.
We're gonna use this and make copies
Yeah.
for our office.
Or if you email me, I can send you the original.
Can you send me, because I'm gonna put them all in our member folders.
Oh, yeah.
Great, great.
You can go ahead and just
Need
email
some
it to me.
color in there.
And this is a fact sheet. You put a lot of work into it, but it's a work in progress. If there's things you want to add, change as we go along, hey, we're here for that. Great. Well done though, Sharon.
The
Excellent
church
job.
information will change soon because I think
Yes, absolutely.
April, maybe.
Right. Okay, next item is a placer AI company. As you know, the last time, we discussed it and maybe Sharon, you can bring us up to date. Has the Living Board, has there been any discussion within and had a demo at all? Do you know?
Yeah, this will kind of combine those two
Okay,
things.
got it. Okay, once you go ahead.
Last month, we did have a demo for Placer with the Raven County Community Marketing Committee. And everyone was in favor of it. What they have found out is at first he wanted to give one user seat, and that would kind of put CJ in charge of every, I guess, entity at first, and so everything would have to go through her.
Okay,
They have gone back and said that we don't want like the state of Georgia, we would like a 75-mile radius from Clayton, so that'll cover Highlands, and that it'll be better on for us, to kind of see where people are if they're not here. Yeah. So, that was definitely, and they have given CJ a seat, a user credential, and they're going to give 2 others. It hasn't been decided who those will be yet,
okay,
because obviously every city would want one, but it has to be someone on the committee, so it will be either somebody from Dillard, Sky Valley, or Clayton, which I'm
Okay.
hoping CJ can be Clayton's representative. But, maybe, maybe not, because they were asking, someone requested that someone like the city manager in Clayton or someone in City Hall get it. So that's to be hashed out, but we meet, if it's not next week, it's the next, and maybe we'll know that for sure.
so.
We will have access.
Who has that access? Great, okay, fantastic,
And I
great.
don't think we would need it like weekly, daily, even monthly. It's just when we wanna know, we of course
If
wanna.
we
have
had a
access.
project or so that we
Yeah.
got it, like we could plan it out, very good.
Okay, and also since I'm talking, some new advertising that we're gonna do is in James Magazine. And, they decided, they've done this before, but they didn't care for it for a few years, but the new sample came out for Atlanta's Magazine Summer Fun Guide. So they are gonna put an ad for Raven County in that, which, entails having all of the activities of our area. and also Southbound Magazine's Spring Edition. So those are new or haven't been done in several years.
Any questions, committee? Very good. Thank you. So I guess, the next meeting, we'll know a little bit about it and then where we might want to use it. Great. That's good. Very good. I'm excited about that. It should be interesting, especially fall festival, kind of things we want to do. Yeah, very good. Okay, next item is this was Raven County Joint Comprehensive Plan update. As the final version, it had been released from the Georgia Mountain Regional Convention. Do you know, Holly, at this point, has that been released yet?
No,
No,
Okay,
it's been approved, but we're waiting for.
yeah, that's what, from the last minutes,
Yeah.
okay. I know that's something we want to do. Once that's approved, then we're looking at, having our survey. We said we're gonna wait until that's finished before we do it. The reason I bring this up is, then we're gonna send out a survey, why people buy in Sky Valley. This will be coming up, we worked on last year. Okay, timeshare, you can maybe bring us an update?
Didn't know where we were, sorry. So I've recently met with Mark Wanamaker about, putting some color in front of all the units and bringing it a little bit to life on the outside. We went over what we're gonna do in the entrance section going into the office, what kind of plants we're gonna put there to bring out some color along with the, associations as well.
Okay,
We cleaned up, Eagle's Nest, I don't know if you guys know where that's at. We cleaned that up, pushed all that stuff back, towards the woods line. And then cleaned up some of the parking lot over there. We had Mark clean that up for us. We are in the process of, hopefully next week, that we are going to tear down the, excuse me, other side of Wingfoot, the decking area, and remodel that side.
okay.
Did the things you posted Eagle's Nest, that was just natural things, just that was kind of growing in?
Yes.
Yeah, just kind of clear things up to where there's
Picked up some
more
of the
open
trash
area
that
and
was down
whatever.
there from the people, from our guests.
We have had an improvement over the last guys, actually this week. We had a maintenance person. We now have 3 maintenance people. We had one maintenance person who used to work for us, who left for a job with the Forest Service, and because of the federal cutbacks, he ended up without a job and came back looking for a job with us. He was a very good employee when he was with us, and so we brought him back. And we hope that'll help us get a lot of projects done. We've been trying to get done. We've had, one of our people was on vacation for 2 weeks, and so we're down to 1. And it's a matter of just trying to keep the absolute necessities taken care of during that time. But, we've got, some major and minor projects that need to be done, and they're gonna be taken care of as time and money is available. I'm personally in Glen Abbey looking at making improvements. I've replaced all the sofa sleepers lately, and that's a big plus. Just
Makes it look
furniture,
Yeah.
furniture
It's a big
that needs to, that's been there for a while,
Yeah.
not looking necessarily the best of shape or the most current. So, get it a little more up to date.
So is it just money and time, obviously, on the outside, when are we focusing?
It's a
Oh, we're doing
combination.
inside too.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
working on the inside as things come up that we can address. But, like I said, we always have the emergencies. Things come up, things break, whatever.
We're actually about to be done finishing, remodeling Tanglewood H completely. We had a water heater bust and it kind of destroyed the carpet, so we couldn't lay the carpet back down. So we went ahead and just stripped the carpet out of the whole unit, and they're just about done. I think the last thing they got to do is the bathroom, and then they're done.
The same kind of thing happened with one of the lower units in Glen Abbey a couple of years back, and we had to completely remodel them. And that was a good thing, because it forced us to do something that needed to be done.
Yeah.
It looks good.
But we're
The
working.
question come up, I know Doug had asked about it, if you would like, the point where we get golf groups coming in, and then if we have housing for them. And we're talking about, is there a point when possibly committee can go out and look at these things. I know you said, yeah, it's been delayed a little bit.
We would like to get things in better shape before we have you take a look at them, but, as far as accommodating golfers, I think our best bet is gonna be, couples or small groups.
Okay,
We just don't have units large enough to handle, a large number of people at one
Well,
time.
not only that, in the summertime.
Summertime, we have very little availability.
Right.
But we wanna work towards getting as much out of that as possible. If we can connect up some of your golfers with
Are
our
we
units,
ready?
that's
are we
great.
ready to do that? I mean,
We're gonna be looking at trying to do specific units at
yeah, I
specific
would think.
times.
that-
It's not gonna be across the board that we
Yeah.
can give you anything, anytime. We're just gonna have to try to isolate and say, okay, we have these. Well, in fact, I was just looking the other day and I've got like 5 or 6 weeks in a row that are available in one of our 1-bedroom units. That may work, but it's in the spring, not in the summer.
Right, yeah. No, I get it. I know how
But
it is
that
up
could
there.
change, couldn't it?
It could, we're having, a lot of people age out and they wanna get out of their units and we end up getting them back to the associations. And if they don't get a resale right away, we'd like to rent them because
Yeah, I think that.
we don't want them to just sit there because we get nothing out of them.
We see the opportunity in terms of rentals for you guys.
Right,
And obviously that's exposure, obviously for the thing. So we want to see at the point where you're saying you're ready, because I think all place and you, if a place, and this is something, hey, we recommend, the timeshares.
Mhm.
And so at this point, when you think you'd be ready, I know Doug would like to look at them. And if he-
Yeah,
if he had-
we've got kind of, it's across the board, I can't say we have equal availability.
Yeah,
Some of the units just need more work than others. And we're trying to address those serious needs so that we can get those closer to where the better units are.
We do have inspectors lined up to come and I'm trying to get more quotes to come look at Eagles Nest, because all of them need new roofs. So we've had people in and out coming to give us quotes on that as well, so that's also a thing we're trying to contract out to get it done.
so at this point, we don't have a date, Doug, we're not looking at in the next month or 2
Mhm.
months.
No,
No.
I would say it's probably gonna be, probably the fall before we
Fall.
really be in a good position to have you take a look at them, and then we can, during the fall and winter and on into next year. It's a lot of stuff has been delayed and should have
I
been taken
understand,
care of,
Ronnie.
and it's a process.
Sure, we get it. So we're looking at these media visits. Do we think we're?
Well, I had written down the information here that we talked about earlier with Joey and Lisa, and I may try to drop them a note and see if that might work out something, depending on the time frame.
Yeah, good. Essentially, I'll be the point for the.
Some of these visits that Doug is arranging, we might be able to work out some, a especially good
Good.
deal for them,
Well, they don't pay.
Okay, well,
Yeah, we
we
usually have had it, we've had, but
can-
we have money now set, a little money set aside, so we have some flexibility.
we can see how that works.
Yeah.
Something like these people, that would be great if we could get them up and have them see what our units are like.
Do you
Yeah.
have a new one that's renovated well for them?
Yeah, one of our, I know in my building, I have, upstairs units are in real good shape. I have work I wanna do on them, I would like to modernize them more, but, they're in great shape.
We have some that are completely done, like
Yeah.
A5, Oakmont G, Tanglewood H is about to be done. I mean, we have a few that have been completely remodeled.
Yeah.
That
We
they
just
just
wanna
want to
make
look
sure
at that's
those kind of
available.
visitors, they're used to staying at what, 3-4 bedroom homes that are
Well, see, that's,
pretty lush. And not to say that yours wouldn't be fine for any other couple, but Doug, correct me if I'm wrong, if we're trying to sell and this might not be the time, I don't know,
Yeah.
to put them in there, but it would definitely be
Right.
showing,
Yes.
that would be potential
Right.
rents for
Because
them.
housing is one of the really key, they come in there, that's the first thing, it's the first thing they come and see, and it's really important, good, so we understand it, and we have options there.
because of the fact we're located along Tahoe, right on right on the golf
Oh, yeah.
course.
Oh, yes.
We'd like to be able to show off our units and
So,
maybe the people are not interested themselves. They may be looking to come up and find property
Yeah.
to build, but it's,
that's what it's all about. We give an exposure to a lot of things, yes.
but if they go back home and say, hey, we saw a nice condo while we were there, you
Yes.
know, why don't you go ahead and take a look?
Yes, yes,
Hey,
absolutely.
Gordon, put that on the list of the itinerary to make sure that they're shown
Mhm.
some options.
Yes. Yes.
How you do it?
Mhm.
Hey, Jim, how are you doing, Jan? Okay, any questions, committee, about timeshares? I know, Jack, you've always had it, and, great, we like what you're doing. Paul, any comments at all? Timeshares?
I'm good.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Great, 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 very good. Okay, next item is, stay and play, inquiries, and Ryan, and you can talk about that a little, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're still getting a few, not as many recently, as we had in January and February, early February. So,
New inquiries?
new inquiries, yeah.
Yes.
Right now we're working on, we're right in the middle of our implementation of our new software system. So myself and our admin team are kind of focused on that, transferring data over, putting together the layout for the website and just getting it kind of ready to go. We're gonna start training in probably a week or two, staff, and putting it on computers. We're looking to go live most likely the first week of April. So everything will get transferred over at that point. But it's a long process. So, and, you know, we've got a year's full of T-sheets that are booked already with groups and stuff that we're all gonna have to carry over, and they can't scrape the data out of our point of sale, so we're gonna have to manually print out every T-sheet for every day for the rest of the year and move stuff around. So we are still getting some inquiries and big groups that are booking, but, you know, there's not as many that are calling and asking for accommodations and golf. They're just booking golf. So, you know, it'll continue throughout this process, but, that's, you know, it's still kind of happening. It's just not as it was in January.
Are most of your inquiries larger groups or?
Yeah, they're 20 plus,
20 plus.
playing, you know, multiple days. Yeah. So,
Well, it's one group that was, whatever happened to that, 24 golfers in the fall, that's a good sized group, is that something?
which one was that? Was it the church group?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We booked it. Anything that I've
Oh, you
got,
booked that, oh.
anything that
oh,
I've gotten
good.
from, anything that I've gotten from Doug has been
Yeah.
booked out.
Ah,
This one, I don't think I've seen this one. I don't know. I'll look and see.
that's for the fall.
When did he send this? February 10th? Yeah, I talked to them. We got these guys, so we're good.
Oh, that's.
Yeah.
24.
We got a
Wow.
couple of big tournament groups that had left Sky Valley in prior years that are coming back. The Alabama Seniors Group, which is like a 2 or 3 day event. They're coming back this year. The Mid-South Seniors, which played at Sky Valley pretty much exclusively up till last year. They ended up going to Tennessee last year just to change the pace. Had a really bad experience. They played 4 rounds. We got them back this year.
Oh.
Plus, we've booked 3 or 4 outside tournaments, plus all of our member golf events. So the other thing we're working on is a master calendar that's gonna have all of our member events, golf events, member parties, garden club events, singers and bands that are coming in. And it's gonna be in a PDF form so that we can send it out to all of our members and everyone, even the people in the city. We'll post it on our website as well. So everyone will have a master calendar. It's all color coded or what's going on. So we're just kind of narrowing that down. But you just looking at it, we've got tons of stuff going on pretty much every week from mid-April to October.
Wow.
So it's gonna be busy, very busy.
What do you attribute that to? You seeing a lot more exposure, marketing, or what you're just seeing? What's happening?
I think it's a mix of a lot of things. I
Yeah.
think it's, you know, we've had 2 members join already this year, which that didn't happen last year. I had a guy come yesterday for a tour that lived in Tiger. I think he was a member at Waterfall, didn't like it. Waterfall's getting kind of in that Highlands boat, you know, they're up to like 75, 80 grand to get in now. So when people are moving into those areas, they just don't want to pay that. I had a guy join a couple weeks ago that lives in Lakemont. So last year, you know, the majority of our new members came from Highlands or our area. Now we're getting them from Highlands and Lakemont, Lake Burton area. So it's going really well. We're doing the right things. So
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Are they in the golfer, the golf package?
the ones that joined this year both have bought golf packages, and we sold 14 new ones last year at 10 grand, and I think 9 of them did golf.
Oh,
So yeah, it's big. It's big because of the golf. And the other cool thing about how we do our membership dues compared to other courses, we actually offer a single golf membership with a family. We call it a clubhouse membership, but it's kind of like a social membership. So like if you're a husband that plays a lot of golf and your wife doesn't play golf at all, you're going to save money by buying this single golf membership, and your wife can still have all the fun social stuff, or vice versa. So we've seen that as a positive, whereas other clubs, if your husband plays golf but your wife doesn't, you still have to buy a golf membership for both of you. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. So we're going in the right direction.
Gordon, may I say something to Ryan at this time?
yes, absolutely.
Okay. Ryan, I want to thank the club and you for helping out the community in allowing the CBC Church to meet in your facility. That was really great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it sounds like they're going to stay till the end of March. The new one's going to open in March.
That's
Right.
April.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, we're closed on Sundays, and the majority of the people that go to church there are members, so
Yeah.
it's kind of in
Yeah.
our best interest. So
Well, I just wanted to thank you. I thought that was great that the community is all working together now.
we're trying. We
Ryan, Jack
Yeah.
here. Not necessarily marketing, but would you comment on our soon to be completed maintenance facility?
Yeah, so most of you know, we built a new maintenance facility the end of last year. We kind of paid for it through the year last year out of our kind of our operating budget, and we got it done early December. Now we framed out the inside. It's got they just finished epoxy flooring it yesterday. So we'll have an epoxy floor, and our staff now, because what they were working in and what they've been working in is an old cattle barn. So it doesn't have heat, it leaks. If you get more than an inch of rain, you've got an inch of rain inside of it. You know, in the wintertime when they're working on equipment and sharpening reels, it's 10 degrees in there. It's been brutal. So we made a real good effort this year to, you know, build this new building. Mountain Carports did it for us. It's kind of like exactly like the one that La Cabana built, like a metal frame building. It's about 2,000 square feet. We've got one side of it that's going to be a chemical room that we've got all of our chemicals in. And then the other side is going to have a break area, an office for Steve. And then our mechanics bay will go in there with a lift and everything. We got new gas tanks with digital meters on them. So, you know, you can't put diesel in a gas equipment, and coated. And we had a lean-to on the side so we can wash equipment when it's raining. We concreted the whole thing, and then we epoxy floored the inside. So we're gonna have probably early April, we'll have like a little opening party down there, so you can check it out. But it's really nice. Our staff is so happy finally, because they were working in some pretty bad conditions there for a while. So yeah, it turned out really well.
Thank you, Ryan.
Hey, can I say something real quick about Ryan? Certainly I've worked with a lot of Ryans in the world and been working with you guys now for quite a few years. And I know y'all know this, but from an outsider who's looking in, Ryan has done an exquisite job of being not only a GM, but just somebody takes on everything and very helpful. Certainly has been to me. I know he is to you guys, but based on the other things that I see around the world in terms of golf and who cares and who doesn't care, Ryan has done a great job, and I appreciate all he's doing for Sky Valley.
Okay, thanks, Doug.
Thank you.
I'll send you the money for that.
I thought we was gonna do this last month. I need the money now.
Just Venmo me. One other quick announcement. It's not really a big deal. It doesn't have much to do here. Our head pro, Mark, that we hired last year, he is leaving in the middle of this month. He's moving back to Michigan, be closer to some family. So in the meantime, what we're doing is Steve Hare, who used to be our pro, who retired late last year or the year before. He's going to come back on a kind of a part-time level to work through the season, run all the tournaments, lessons, junior clinic. So we met the other day and kind of hashed out all the details, and he'll be starting again mid-March. So it'll be good. That'll be a good little change too, because I know a lot of people missed him.
Yes, great.
Great guy.
It's not out there yet, so maybe don't say anything, but it's probably out there. But we're not hiding it. It's just I haven't put together like a little email blast to put out for it yet. But
There's quite a gossip network.
yeah, everyone already knows.
Great. Well, thank you, Ryan.
Yep.
Okay, website update, anything to add to it at all?
Same as usual, updates, and we're kind of transitioning from winter things to looking forward to spring.
Great, okay, very good. It's kind of a visitor center update, really no change. Jason's not here, so no changes there at all.
Not really, I mean, we're seeing a little more traffic, as the weather's been nicer lately,
Yeah.
people are hiking and looking for Mud Creek Falls, but, not a whole lot.
Okay, very good. Budget, 2 foot on a budget, we're in good shape. The only question I have is, of course, everyone put their contributions. Club, I know we got the $5,000. Do we expect that sooner or what?
You didn't get it?
No,
Really?
I haven't seen it. At least Jason told me. I've just got other.
No,
Yeah.
I'll get it.
Okay, great.
Sorry, I'll tell Robin when I get to work.
Yeah, thank you. Otherwise, budget's great. We're not into the spending mode right yet, but budget's there, so thank you. Very good done, very well done. Okay, new ideas, marketing programs. We were talking about Paul Evans, you were talking about local influencers. I really like that idea. Anything you add to that at all? Paul?
Yes, hello?
Yeah, we're talking about, last time for new ideas for marketing, you had local influencers. I love the influencers idea. And of course, part of you were talking about Gunnar Stockton or someone like him that could be on YouTube, that could have, free advertising. And I love the idea. Anything you add to that, or the other idea is if we did, everyone loved the idea of Gunnar Stockton, but one of the issues was contacts, who knows him and so forth. Everything to add to that. Lisa seemed to have some contact, but of course she's not here.
Well, Ryan's doing such a great job, and Doug is doing such a great job. The only comment I would have is that you might be able to get some of the players, people who come in and they have a great experience, and simply with your smartphone, kind of get their comments on video, and post a montage of people who've had a great time playing golf. And if you could do it with a group of people, or you may have already done this. I know Sharon's done a lot of work in the video area, but having people who've been here participate in the marketing or advertising, because it seems that, and Doug knows this because he's moving into a lot of new media, this notion of participatory involvement, involving users and customers, and who are just not necessarily influencers, but people who've enjoyed themselves in various activities. It seems to be a new, you're looking at new media, a new media kind of movement involving the customers themselves. So that would be a comment. The other thing I was wondering about, we haven't been up to Sky Valley, Trudy and I, in a few weeks, but I'm wondering about the timing, and this is a different subject, of the road work, and if that's going to influence our spring and summer visitors. Is that going to be a relatively short amount of time that they're going to be working on the access, or is it going to be through the, and we may not know this, and Mayor Holly, I was wondering if you have a timetable for the road work.
I have not been given an official timetables, but as we know, this they can give us one, and it's not necessarily followed. What I think we probably need to think about is with our new entrance road of Evergreen, we need to advertise that more for people to use when they start closing down the areas on 441 that can't be traveled. Maybe we can do something about that. That would help people get in and out of the valley without having to go up 246. And if you've traveled it lately, you know they are definitely into it now. I saw the other day they've started paving. And if you if you go to Clayton, you see where they have torn out a mass of trees. And so it's definitely in the stages of being done.
Paul, in terms of the local influencers, who could we spare this? Because I love the idea. How do we get that going? What's the suggestion?
Well, we can of course do it through our media efforts, and also maybe Forward Raven could put blips into their advertising.
What about the Mayor, what about the prospects of new signage to accommodate the entrance, Evergreen?
It's a good
Well,
idea.
we can have Jason talk to Georgia Department of Transportation. I know that they probably will start putting up, the digital signs. So maybe we can have them incorporate that information into their digital signage.
Are y'all talking about the entrance that goes back there by the quarry?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, because when that tractor trailer back in September, when I came up for those few days, we did
Right.
a TV shoot and tractor trailer. And I didn't have a clue. I knew there was a back entrance, but I had no clue.
Right.
I had to call the guy that we were renting the house from there, and he told me, hey, go down here and take a left at the quarry. And so yeah, no sign. I understand you don't want people, unless you know it, but it was very easy to follow once you figured out what to do. So
yeah. It was amazing to me when we first opened it, how the traffic just all of a sudden magically appeared. It is amazing. But yes, I agree, maybe some signage would help. We
Very
also
good.
need to let people know that it is a very curvy road. We've already had one accident on it where someone turned their truck over on it. So they do need to go slowly. We also have in the works, I'm not sure when this is going to happen, that we are going to make the roadway wider.
Thank you.
To accommodate the trucks and so forth that are using this roadway. So that's on our agenda for this spring also.
Isn't that gonna kind of contradict if we're trying to make it, I know we want it done, but is that the soonest, I guess, because you have to wait for good weather? Because if they're working on 441, and then they turn on our road and it's just as bad.
Well, usually the pavement material they're using, Sharon, cures very quickly within, an hour. So you know, it wouldn't be too much of a deterrent to do that during this time period.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you. Next item would be this winter Shashu, I guess, the Sky Valley Country Club Foursome Golf Certificate. Maybe you could update us what we did there.
I've got a basket, they haven't picked it up, but it includes, 2 hats, 2 can koozies, a candle, a flask, 2 wristbands, and of course, the foursome for
Great.
golf.
Thank you. It was very, very generous. Very, very nicely done. Great.
I
Maybe you
know.
could- Go ahead.
Do I need to get, is the marketing committee paying for that?
Oh, yes, that would be, yes, yes.
Okay, so I'll get a receipt to Karen
Yes, great. Yes,
or
absolutely.
to you.
Yes, great. Would that all be, maybe, that's, we were talking about that as a silent auction. And thank you for your donation. That's great, great, great. And any questions on that at all?
She said she'll arrange to have it picked up, and I think it's like.
Okay, I had to be there. Okay, good. All right. Good, good. We're, the next item is the next meeting date. We were talking about March the 27th. That's on a Thursday. Any issues with that at all? Like to stick with that if we could. And final, any other comments, any other general discussions we said? If not, is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Is there a second? Okay, so all in favor, say aye. Motion approved. Thank you, committee. Great. You got that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see everyone.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Thanks.
Good. Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.